Story 1 today, I fucked up by freaking out my GF's coworkers by taking her out to lunch. Last Friday, I had the day off work and decided to surprise my girlfriend at her job by stopping in to take her out to lunch as her shift was about done. She works at a very large and popular wholesale store that has hot dogs. She told me beforehand that I could come see her at work anytime, and there would be no trouble. I walked in the front door and walked past the card checker girl. She did a double take and asked if I work there. I replied, "No, I do not. I am here to see an employee, however I'm looking for it." She sheepishly got her radio and said management to front entrance, non-emergency. A manager with the largest tablet I've ever seen, strapped to her arm, walked up, and I explained again why I was there. She called for my GF on the radio, but she was not near her radio. I apparently kicked the hornet's nest, and I could hear chatter on other employees' radios. "Who's that guy here to see? Are we being audited? He looks important. Guys, look busy." I caught glances from just about every worker nearby, and I could feel them trying to figure me out. It was at this time my GF got back to her radio and heard the commotion and stepped out of her office and made eye contact with me. She wrapped up her work and we went out to lunch. Finally, I asked her why there was such a ruckus. She said that I dress nicely and I'm very polite, which are characteristics of a corporate rep who comes in to fire people. That's when she also admitted to me that I sometimes have an asshole resting face. I guess I need to smile more too long. Didn't read. I surprised my GF at work and her coworkers thought I was there to perform an audit or fire somebody. Story 2. My girlfriend, 25. Female called me 28. Male disrespectful for going for lunch with colleagues. I have worked in my current job for around 16 months. I have the option of working from home as often as I would like, with the exceptions of in-person full team meetings, etc. My old team was not really social and all hated coming into the office. Due to this, I only tended to go in around once every 2 months. I started with another member of staff. Let's call her Chloe, who also rarely went into the office due to her team not going in. A couple of months ago, both myself and Chloe changed teams and were put into the same team. This team is a lot more social. They like going into the office either individually or as a team and enjoy going for lunch and planning social activities. I like this as I like being in the office, and working from home was starting to feel very isolating. I now go into the office once or twice a week. Not everyone from the team is there when I go in, but whenever people from the team are there, we will sit together, grab lunch, etc. My new team has 8 people. 5 of these are women and 3 are men. There have been times where I'll go into the office and there's only one member of the team there, and we'll go to lunch. This could be any team member. I don't really know who's going to be in until I get there. My partner has started having a problem with me going into the office as regularly as I am and going for lunch with coworkers. Chloe and I tend to be the people who are in the office the most, as it's nice for us to have a more sociable team now and not be stuck at home. So there have been a few times when it is just Chloe and I going for lunch, but we'll still invite anyone else who is in the office and isn't in our team, but they tend to decline. She said it's weird going for lunch one-on-one with another woman, but I just pointed out they were my colleagues, and it's not like it's ever planned to just be 2 of us in. It just depends on the rest of the team. I pointed out I've been to lunch one-on-one with male members of my team and other female members of the team who aren't Chloe, so it's not like it's always just us. My girlfriend has said she thinks if it's only going to be one member of the team in the office, that I shouldn't go in or at least go to lunch with them. I told her there shouldn't be a problem with me making friends at work, but she just said it's disrespectful that I'm not listening to her and considering not going to lunch one-on-one with another woman. How would you handle this too long? Didn't read. I've started going into the office more often now that I'm on a sociable team. I'll go for lunch with whichever team members are in the office. But my girlfriend said it's disrespectful if I go for lunch one-on-one with a female colleague. How would you handle this? Story 3. Is it wrong to have lunch with a female coworker one-on-one while in a relationship? 24 male. I have a few female coworkers whom I've befriended while working at my current job. Our relationships are totally platonic. Every once in a while, somebody will suggest going to lunch, and whoever chimes in generally goes. A few times, one female coworker asks the group, and I'm the only one who ends up responding in the end. This ends up as one-on-one lunch with a female coworker. I had casually mentioned this in telling my girlfriend, 25 female, about my day, and she absolutely exploded on me, screaming and yelling that it was completely inappropriate, that if I wanted another girlfriend, then to break up with her and go have lunch with my female coworkers. From her perspective, she looks at it as the 2 of us going on a date. From my perspective, I'm just the only one who wanted to go to lunch that day. Keep in mind, I'm never the one to instigate these lunches and it's never planned as just the two of us. But it ends up happening from time to time, just like it does with some of my male coworkers. More often than not, it's just me and another dude. I'm not sure how to feel about this. To me, I'm just getting lunch with a friend, but to her, she feels like I'm cheating on her. Actually, how should I treat female friends in general? Should I just avoid having female friends while in a relationship? As for some background on my relationship, we're coming up on 4 years, and we started living together 2 years ago, just resigned our lease. We both have a history of being very stubborn and rooted in our views, mine coming from an upper middle class white family, and hers coming from a poverty level Hispanic family. We constantly have arguments where the root of it ends up being the values that we were fundamentally raised with, mine being more liberal and hers being more traditional and conservative. As our relationship has progressed, we've both learned more about each other's cultures, and we both see value in each other's opinions. However, it causes major stress on our relationship. I would love feedback as, I just don't know what to do anymore. Edit, unsure if it makes a difference, but at the very beginning of our relationship, 6 months, I ended up getting rather drunk and cheating on her by making out with a girl at a party. After the fact, I felt terrible and told her. We then broke up for a week and got back together. During that week, I ended up having sex with said girl, which my girlfriend then found out about. I'm pretty sure she hasn't trusted me since, even though I've been faithful from then on out. Story 4. My husband hid while having lunch with a coworker and said my food was tasteless. What should I do? I want this to be quick. I feel really weird about this, and I'm on the verge of asking for a separation. So I've been with my husband for 15 years, married for 11. Amazing relationship, small bumps, of course, but nothing like this. I've always made lunch for my husband to take to work, and up until a little over a month ago, that was fine. Middle of March, he said that a new Turkish food stand opened up outside of his office, and that he had been eating lunch there instead because they were good. All right, no problem. So he just completely stopped asking for lunch. I had maybe packed 5 during this time frame for him, but I'm not even sure he was eating them now. So on Thursday, I was at home working and I had a phone call from him. Thought he was calling during his lunch, but he had dialed me instead. At first, I didn't hear much, just him talking to someone. And I was about to hang up until I heard a woman's voice as well. I wouldn't say I'm a jealous person, but I was a little bit curious. So I muted my call at work and listened. It was just standard conversation. At first, he was praising this woman's cooking a lot, which of course made me realize that he was eating lunch. This coworker made I was a bit peeved, but there's an explanation for sure. Although that went out the fucking window when she said, "Is it better than your wife's?" To which he replied, "Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's not tasteless, for a start," followed by laughing. First of all, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? 15 years of cooking, and now he has a complaint. And not even to me, but to some coworker. Also, that absolutely isn't innocent on her end, right? I'm not crazy in thinking that's so weird. Why even bring me up? Anyway, I raised hell, ended the call. Sent him a message, not to worry about my tasteless cooking anymore, and that he can eat from the bin from now on. He apologized, said that he loves my food, and was just trying to seem cool in front of his coworker. I asked why he lied about where he was getting lunch from, and he said that initially he did get it from that stand, but the coworker started offering and he didn't want to tell me.